Chapter 61 Return to Broken Dragon Cliff. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Yuan quickly collected the collected blood essence, then he turned around and left with Hu Jiuxing. Although he had killed CMO in the Yuan Dan realm, CMO was only at the first level of Yuan Dan after all, while the other party was at the fourth level of Yuan Dan, and there were two more people. These two people, I am afraid, are not easy to deal with for the time being. The two immediately fled the scene. Lin Yuan knew that the perception ability of Yuan Dan warriors was much stronger than that of Zhu Qi realm. If they continued to stay in the dense forest, they would be discovered by the other party sooner or later, so he took Hu Jiuxing out of the dense forest directly. Where are we going now? Hu Jiuxing looked at Lin Yuan with some doubts. It was her first time to enter the 10,000 monster realm and she was not familiar with the surrounding environment. In addition, as soon as she entered the 10,000 monster realm, she was targeted by two Yuan Dan warriors from the Tianmeng. There was no time to explore at all. Broken Dragon Cliff. Lin Yuan thought about it, and the canyon at the bottom of the Broken Dragon Cliff was the most suitable place to hide now. Okay. Hu Jiuxing nodded and followed Lin Yuan forward quickly. Although she was injured, she had the 5th level of Yuan Dan cultivation, and she had already taken the healing pill, so it was not a problem for her to travel. At noon, the two came to Broken Dragon Cliff. As Lin Yuan guessed, there were no Tianmeng disciples here. The two quickly came to the bottom of Broken Dragon Cliff along the depression he had chiseled with his sword when he left before. Is this? Silence. Hu Jiuxing saw the body at the bottom of Broken Dragon Cliff and looked at Lin Yuan in surprise. Did you kill him? Yes. Lin Yuan nodded lightly. Senior Sister Su, do you recognize him? Yuan Dan first level, the Ning Yuan Dan that broke through was bought from me. Hu Jiuxing explained casually. I didn't expect that you actually have the strength to kill Yuan Dan warriors. Junior brother Lin Yuan, I didn't expect you to be so well hidden. Thank you. Lin Yuan responded indifferently. After that, he picked up the silent corpse and threw it far away. Before Hu Jiuxing recovered from her injuries, the two would stay here temporarily. If they always faced a bloody corpse, it would be a bit disgusting. Thank you, I owe you one. Before Hu Jiuxing sat cross-legged to refine the elixir, she said to Lin Yuan sincerely. After that, she closed her eyes and began to refine the healing elixir. Lin Yuan silently protected her, and at the same time, he took advantage of this opportunity to practice the ancient god-destroying scripture. After comprehending the sword intent, Lin Yuan found that he rarely used this mental power martial art. If it weren't for the bronze ancient temple and mental power, Lin Yuan didn't know how long this mental power martial art would have to eat dust in his mind. 2 hours passed in the blink of an eye. Lin Yuan opened his eyes and found with some surprise that his ancient god-destroying scripture had entered the 2nd level. After he broke through to the Qi gathering, the speed of his mental power cultivation increased a lot more than before. In just 2 hours of practice, the ancient god-destroying scripture entered the 2nd level. At this time, Hu Jiuxing had also basically recovered. She opened her eyes and saw Lin Yuan sitting cross-legged not far away to protect her. Her eyes moved slightly and she stood up and came to him. This is Yun'er's letter asking me to take care of you. Hu Jiuxing took out 3 peach branches with a strange fragrance from the storage bag, handed them to Lin Yuan and said, the concentration peach branch can nourish the warrior's spiritual power. After leaving the 10,000 monsters realm, I will come to thank you for this matter. Lin Yuan took the peach branch and was slightly stunned. Yun'er. Who is that? After a moment, I remembered that when I went to the Fury City, the pretty eldest lady of the Shen family seemed to be called Shenyun. Thank her for me. Lin Yuan took the peach branch silently. He urgently needed to improve his spiritual power. He didn't expect that someone would give him a pillow just when he wanted to go to bed. How to use this thing? Take it in your hand and run the mental method, directly flush it with vitality, and the spiritual energy containing spiritual power will automatically enter your body. Hu Jiuxing explained. Lin Yuan nodded. Seeing that Hu Jiuxing was fine, he sat down cross-legged and began to refine the peach branch. Very quickly, with the flushing of the vitality, Lin Yuan could feel that the mental power at his brow, which had just been improved, was growing again at a speed visible to the naked eye. the effect of the peach branch was quite amazing. Lin Yuan had just refined the first one, and his mental power had more than doubled. His heart moved slightly. This thing was definitely a good thing for him now. Lin Yuan had been unable to enter the world in the bronze ancient temple because his mental power was too weak. Now that the ancient scripture of destroying gods has made a breakthrough, after refining 3 more peach branches of concentration, that he should be qualified to try to explore the bronze ancient temple again. It was getting dark. After Lin Yuan refined the 3rd peach branch of concentration, the mental power in his mind had grown more than 3 times stronger than before. Even the ancient scripture of destroying gods could enter the 3rd level at any time. At the same time, Lin Yuan discovered that after his mental power grew stronger, his perception seemed to be sharper than before, and he could sense every movement within 100 meters. Hu Jiuxing quietly watched Lin Yuan refine the mind-concentrating peach branch. She did not tell Lin Yuan that if it was the first time to develop mental power, when using the mind-concentrating peach branch, there would be a tearing pain in the mind. As he practiced mental power martial arts, Hu Jiuxing was a little surprised, because Lin Yuan's process of refining the concentration peach branch was too smooth, and the refining speed was much faster than she expected. When she saw Lin Yuan's eyelids move slightly and he might wake up at any time, Hu Jiuxing silently moved her eyes away. Lin Yuan opened his eyes and felt the changes in his body. The most obvious effect of the increase in mental power is that his 5 senses have been amplified, even though it is now dark, but in Lin Yuan's eyes, the surroundings are still as bright as day, and things hundreds of meters away can be seen clearly. Senior Sister Tianyou, your injuries are no longer serious. The disciples of the Heavenly Alliance should not know that we have left the dense forest. If you still have things to do, you can go and do them first. Lin Yuan looked at Hu Jiuxing. After his mental power increased, he planned to take this opportunity to study the bronze ancient temple, but before that, he must ensure that no one else is present when he studies the bronze ancient temple. It is said that Hu Jiuxing's background is not inferior to Shangguan Tianyou. He must not rashly take out the ancient bronze temple from her, otherwise, who knows what kind of trouble will be caused. Can I understand this as an order to expel the guest? Hu Jiuxing looked at Lin Yuan with a smile. Lin Yuan was a little speechless for a moment. I guess so. You are quite interesting. Hu Jiuxing was not angry when she heard this, but smiled and untied her hair, and her big wavy hair lazily fell behind her. If it is not an order to expel the guest, then I will not be in a hurry to leave. Chapter 62, Evil Fire Yin God Mushroom, a waste of natural resources. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Anyway, there are a lot of Tianmeng disciples outside, looking for my whereabouts. If I go out, they will join forces to target me. Hu Jiuxing said calmly. She glanced sideways at Lin Yuan, and her tone softened slightly. It's better to stay here. Although you are a bit strange, at least you don't have any bad thoughts towards me. Lin Yuan looked at Hu Jiuxing in astonishment. He had dealt with Senior Sister Tianyou many times, but this was the first time he saw her look like this. In the past, Hu Jiuxing always looked like the iceberg royal sister who rejected people from thousands of miles away. Lin Yuan didn't expect that she would have such a side. Very surprised, Hu Jiuxing seemed to have sensed Lin Yuan's thoughts, and looked at him with a smile. I just think those guys are too boring, so I don't bother to talk to them, but junior brother Lin Yuan, you, are very interesting. Thank you for the compliment, senior sister. Lin Yuan replied numbly, while moving back a little without leaving a trace. He knew that Hu Jiuxing, a woman, was by no means as simple as she seemed. Who knew what she was thinking right now? Kiki, little junior brother, are you shy? Hu Jiuxing smiled even brighter. Perhaps because she was usually too cold and arrogant, Sister Bingshan's smile was particularly dazzling. This dark and narrow canyon seemed to become a little brighter because of her smile, but soon, she then suppressed her smile and said seriously to Lin Yuan, I was held back by the Tianmeng disciples and delayed for several days. That thing may have fallen into the hands of Shangguan Tianyou. Junior brother Lin Yuan, you must be careful after leaving the 10,000 demon realm. Oh. Lin Yuan raised his eyebrows when he heard this and looked at Hu Jiuxing pretending to be confused. What are you careful about? It is said that there is a very valuable treasure hidden in the world of 10,000 demons. The reason why the Tsangtian sword sect declined was because the treasure was lost in the realm of 10,000 demons. Su Qinyue glanced at Lin Yuan and explained, only a very few people know about this matter. Even the top leaders of the sect have not heard of it. Shangguan Tianyou is a genius that has been rare in the Shangguan family for hundreds of years. If he gets that treasure, he will probably be able to enter the Tongxian realm very soon. You have a problem with Tianmeng. I'm afraid it will be even more difficult in the future. Understood. Lin Yuan just nodded calmly when he heard this. He did not ask Su Qinyue why he knew about this matter. The ancient bronze palace was now in his hands. If he showed too much interest in this matter, he would arouse Su Qinyue's suspicion. Well, it's getting late. You have just absorbed the condensing peach branch, and your mental power should still be at a strong stage. Please help keep the wind at bay while I go to rest for a while. Su Qinyue didn't think much about it. She casually said something to Lin Yuan and prepared to find a place to rest for a while. Since entering the 10,000 demon realm, she has been targeted by the disciples of the Heavenly Alliance, and she can't even close her eyes. Now that the surrounding is safe, she naturally wants to find a chance to rest for a while. Wait. Lin Yuan suddenly stopped Su Qinyue. Anything else? Sister, do you recognize this thing? Lin Yuan took out the strange mushroom he had obtained earlier from his storage bag, looked at Su Qinyue and asked. He only remembered this now. He didn't know what this mushroom was, but Su Qinyue seemed to be very knowledgeable, so she might recognize what it was. Su Qinyue looked at the mushroom in Lin Yuan's hand and studied it for a moment. A flash of surprise flashed in Ruifeng's eyes. This is the evil Fire Yin God Mushroom. Where did you find this thing? It's at the bottom of Broken Dragon Cliff. Lin Yuan said truthfully, pointing to the deep pit not far from Su Qinyue. I grew up in this place at that time. Senior sister, do you recognize this thing? This evil Fire Yin God Mushroom is the main material for refining the 4th grade elixir, Yin Shen marrow forging pill. It is also an important auxiliary ingredient for the 5th grade elixir Shenhua Xiandan. Su Qinyue's eyes immediately became focused. After speaking, she turned to look at Lin Yuan. After you collected the evil Fire Yin God Mushroom, was there any accompanying spiritual energy in the place where this elixir was born? Have. Lin Yuan nodded. Where's the associated spiritual energy? Being absorbed by me. Absorbed? Su Qinyue suddenly turned her head to look at Lin Yuan, with a strange look in her wide-open Ruifeng eyes. What's wrong? Lin Yuan was a little puzzled. A waste of natural resources, a waste of natural resources. Su Qinyue sighed sadly, and when she saw Lin Yuan's face full of confusion, she explained, the aura associated with the evil Fire Yin mushroom contains a trace of Tai Yin aura. This aura can stimulate the growth of all Yin-type elixirs. A ray of spiritual energy can save years of cultivation time. You guy actually absorbed it directly. Su Qinyue took a deep breath, and the snow peaks rose and fell, making Lin Yuan's eyes go straight. It had to be said that Su Qinyue's snow peak was the most perfect shape and the most spectacular scenery he had ever seen. From this point of view, even Luo Xingxuang was a little inferior to her. Forget it, now that I've absorbed it, it's too late to regret it now. This evil Fire Yin Shen mushroom is very big. After refining the Yin Shen marrow forging pill, the remaining part is enough to be used as an auxiliary medicine to refine the 5th grade Shen Fire Xiandan. Su Qinyue sighed helplessly and stuffed the evil Fire Yin God mushroom back into Lin Yuan's hand. If you need it, I can help you refine a Yin God forging marrow pill for free after leaving the 10,000 demon realm, as a reward for your help this time. Is it not possible now? Lin Yuan hesitated for a moment, looked at Su Qinyue and asked. You are quite greedy. Su Qinyue rolled her eyes at Lin Yuan with a smile. The Yin God forging marrow pill is a 4th grade pill, which can only be refined by Yuan Dan warriors. You are only at the 7th level of qi gathering now. After eating it, I am afraid you will go crazy. Okay. Lin Yuan nodded helplessly, put away the mushroom that Hu Jiuxing handed back to him, and was about to go to the side to help Hu Jiuxing protect the law, but suddenly he saw that there seemed to be a figure approaching not far away. There is someone. Lin Yuan immediately reminded him. Hu Jiuxing looked in the direction of the sound and also found the figure. The two immediately became alert, and Lin Yuan secretly prepared his sword. If the person coming was from the Heaven Alliance, he could suddenly attack at any time. The figure seemed to have seen Lin Yuan and Hu Jiuxing. He was stunned for a moment, as if he had not expected that there would be someone at the bottom of the broken dragon cliff where no one was. For a moment, the man hesitated whether to continue to move forward. After Lin Yuan and Hu Jiuxing looked at each other, they quickly moved towards the direction of the figure, one in front and one behind. Chapter 63 Meeting Han Yi again, the Son of Destiny. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. When Lin Yuan came to the opponent, the scabbard of the sword in his hand was already faintly buzzing with sword energy. Senior brother Lin Yuan. And, senior sister Hu Jiuxing. The visitor was a little surprised when he recognized Lin Yuan. At this time, Lin Yuan also recognized the other party's appearance, and a flash of astonishment flashed in his eyes. Han Yi? Why are you here? Do you know each other? Hu Jiuxing looked at Lin Yuan. She had secretly raised her vitality and was ready to attack at any time, only to realize that Lin Yuan actually recognized him. Lin Yuan nodded and explained at the same time, Sister, this is Han Yi. When I came to Broken Dragon Cliff earlier, I found that there were Tianmeng disciples chasing him, so I helped him. Han Yi, this is senior sister Jiuxing. I shouldn't need to introduce her name. Han Yi hurriedly said, I've met senior sister Jiuxing. Hu Jiuxing nodded lightly and said nothing. Speaking of which, I haven't thanked senior brother Lin for his life-saving grace. Han Yi looked at Lin Yuan with sincere gratitude. After I left Broken Dragon Cliff, I found a cave with a bottle of Baoyuan jade liquid inside. It was a blessing in disguise. I broke through to the 9th level of Qi gathering in one breath. Thanks to senior brother Lin's generous help, I was able to achieve this harvest. Please accept this half bottle of Baoyuan jade liquid, senior brother Lin. As Han Yi said this, he took out a small porcelain bottle from his storage bag and put it into Lin Yuan's hand without any explanation. Lin Yuan accepted the porcelain bottle with some surprise. Han Yi actually got another opportunity, and when faced with a whole bottle of Baoyuan jade liquid, he was willing to keep half of the bottle to thank himself. This guy is a person you can get to know deeply. Then again, why are you here? Lin Yuan looked at Han Yi curiously. I found a piece of parchment in that cave. It said that there is an underground palace at the bottom of Broken Dragon Cliff. It is said that there are many good things in it. Han Yi told Lin Yuan without any concealment. I followed the clues and found it, and then I came here. Underground palace. Lin Yuan was slightly curious when he heard this. If it was as Han Yi said, then there should be a line of opportunity on the other party's body, but at this time, Han Yi's head was empty, and no words of chance appeared. This made Lin Yuan feel a little suspicious. Yes, I just went in to investigate. Unfortunately, there is a 4th-level monster guarding the only way into the underground palace. I can't defeat it, so I can only run away in a hurry. Han Yi explained with a frown on his face. The monster has condensed a demon elixir, which is equivalent to a Yuan Dan warrior. It is very powerful, and it controls a very powerful evil fire. I am no match for it at all. When he said this, Han Yi seemed to have thought of something, and his eyes suddenly lit up. I can't defeat the Yuan Dan monster, but don't I have 2 ready-made helpers in front of me now? Whether it's Lin Yuan, whose combat power is astonishing, and can easily defeat 5 against 1, or Hu Jiuxing, who is at the 5th level of Yuan Dan, with their strength, it is definitely not difficult to deal with a 4th-level monster. Thinking of this, Han Yi hurriedly said to Lin Yuan. Senior brother Lin, I wonder if you and senior sister Jiuxing are interested in going to see it together. After Han Yi said this, he looked at the two of them expectantly. He is actually not very willing to share the benefits with others, but with his own strength, he cannot enter the underground palace at all. In this case, it is better to recruit Lin Yuan and Hu Jiuxing to join the gang. even if a part of it is divided by then, I will definitely be able to gain something. It is better to get less benefits than just staring here. Besides, senior brother Lin has saved his life. Now that he had discovered the clue of opportunity and shared it with him, Han Yi felt no imbalance in his heart. Sister, what do you think? Lin Yuan turned to look at Su Qinyue. You can try it. Su Qinyue pondered for a moment and then said that her injuries have healed now. Although she is not that good at fighting, since it is beneficial, it is always right to go take a look. Good. Lin Yuan nodded. Su Qinyue's idea actually coincided with his, so he said to Han Yi, then it's agreed that we will go and take a look with you. That's very good. Han Yi showed a satisfied smile. After hesitating for a moment, he asked the two of them, I'm not sure yet, what exactly can be gained from the imperial palace. We will distribute it according to work and need. Can senior brothers and sisters accept it? No problem. Lin Yuan didn't have any objections to this. At this time, he suddenly discovered that after he agreed to go with Han Yi, the word opportunity immediately appeared above the other person's head. This person has been very lucky recently and will soon receive a 3-star opportunity. Lin Yuan suddenly felt dumbfounded. It wasn't that Han Yi was lying to himself, but the system judged that he really didn't have the strength to get that opportunity. Now that he has joined the gang, Han also has the ability to enter the underground palace, and the opportunity naturally presents itself, at the same time. Lin Yuan noticed that it was not only Han Yi, even the word chance appeared above his and Su Qinyue's heads, but unlike Han Yi, the words chance above his and Su Qinyue's heads were obviously larger and the light was more conspicuous. This person has been very lucky recently and is about to get a 5-star opportunity. After seeing the word chance clearly, Lin Yuan was slightly surprised. The chance that appeared to him in Su Qinyue was rated higher than Han Yi, and it was 2 stars higher. The chance lines extending from the chests of the 3 people first gathered together, and then connected to the bottom of the broken dragon cliff, in a certain direction not far from the 3 people. It seems that there is the entrance to the cave that Han Yi mentioned. First it was a 4-star chance, then a 3-star chance. It seems that Han Yi's activation is also like that of Xiao Miao, a person with good luck. Lin Yuan sighed in his heart. However, unlike Xiao Miao at the beginning, the relationship between him and Han Yi is considered harmonious, and he still owes a favor to the other party. If he makes more friends in the future, maybe there will be unexpected gains. Han Yi naturally didn't know what Lin Yuan was thinking. After getting the 2 powerful aids of Lin Yuan and Su Qinyue, he immediately set off with the 2 people to the direction of the cave. Han Yi had been to that cave once, at the bottom of the broken dragon cliff. At the end of this canyon, between 2 cliffs, there is a narrow cave that can only accommodate 1 person. The cave looked inconspicuous. If it weren't for the map marked on the parchment, Han Yi would not have noticed it even if he passed by here. Brother Lin, Sister Qinyue, this is the cave I mentioned. Han Yi pointed to the narrow cave in front of him and said, the terrain inside the cave is winding and complicated. I have walked through it once, so I will lead the way for you too. After that, Han Yi squeezed into the cave first, Su Qinyue followed closely behind, and Lin Yuan was the last one to enter the cave and was responsible for the rear. Chapter 64, 4th Grade Demon Beast, Evil Fire Dragon. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Soon, under the leadership of Han Yi, the 3 of them circled back and forth in the cave several times. Just before Lin Yuan's patience was about to run out, the space in front of the 3 of them suddenly opened up. This is a huge space several hundred meters square. After the 3 people walked out of the cave, they saw a stone bridge in front of them. At the end of the stone bridge was the underground palace that Han Yi said. Under the stone bridge, there is a magma vein exuding a scorching heat. Finally reached. Han Yi breathed a sigh of relief. There were many forks in the cave, and he fumbled here for a long time before he found the right path. Senior brother Lin Yuan, senior sister Qinyue, that monster is right in front. Lin Yuan and Su Qinyue nodded at the same time, and their expressions became serious. Although Lin Yuan has the experience of leapfrogging Yuandan warriors, but he knew very well in his heart that Yuandan warriors were different from 4th grade monsters. Yuandan warriors are also divided into levels 1 to 9, but monsters are different. After they advance to the 4th level, their strength is often more powerful than the Yuan Dan warriors who have just entered the Yuan Dan. The difference in combat strength is only limited by the innate race. Han Yi said that the monster has the ability to control evil fire and is probably more difficult to deal with than the ordinary 4th level monster. At this time, the 4th level monster seemed to have sensed the auras of the three of them, and suddenly emerged from the magma veins. Its more than 10-meter long body, dragging its afterimages, blocked the opposite side of the stone bridge. This is a Yin Jiao. Although its body is only about 10 meters long and 2 feet thick, there are 2 fleshy bumps on its head, and black and purple flames are spitting out of its mouth. Just judging by the naked eye makes people feel extremely difficult. Senior brother Lin Yuan, you must be careful of the evil fire of this evil fire Yin Jiao. Han Yi reminded with a solemn expression, I got a little bit of it earlier and almost burned my whole body to ashes. Fortunately, I am good at running away and I managed to escape from it. Lin Yuan nodded, his expression became more solemn, and he secretly began to prepare for the sword in his hand, preparing to injure it as hard as possible before it unleashed the evil fire. I dragged it head-on. Hu Jiuxing obviously understood Lin Yuan's methods and knew that his swordsmanship and martial arts skills were extremely strong. If he could succeed in a sneak attack, it would be easier to kill this monster, so he took the initiative to speak. Good. Lin Yuan nodded. Although Hu Jiuxing was lacking in martial arts, her strength at the 5th level of Yuan Dan and the fact that alchemists often deal with flames should not be a big problem in holding back this monster. After seeing Lin Yuan nodding, Hu Jiuxing exploded with vitality and rushed towards the evil fire Yin Jiao. Han Yi on the side did not hesitate and directly stepped forward with Hu Jiuxing's front foot, and he followed with his rear foot, so that he could support Hu Jiuxing at any time. However, what the three of them didn't expect was that Hu Jiuxing and Han Yi only fought with the evil fire Yin Jiao for a moment before being thrown away by the opponent's thick tail of a bucket. Hu Jiuxing was not in trouble. With her 5th level Yuan Dan cultivation, she withstood the attack, took 2 steps back and faced him again, and Han Yi would be much more embarrassed. If Lin Yuan hadn't grabbed him by the collar and caught him, he would have almost fallen directly into the magma veins just now. After Han Yi stabilized his body, he frowned slightly. He felt that the evil fire Yin Jiao was more powerful than he thought. He immediately realized that the matter was not simple, so he retreated behind Lin Yuan and planned to make a long-term plan. And this time, Lin Yuan's momentum building has also been completed. Sister, retreat. Lin Yuan shouted softly, and Hu Jiuxing immediately retreated. Lin Yuan, on the other hand, unsheathed his sword, and the blade erupted with dazzling white light. He seemed to be facing the sky day and night, and rushed towards the evil fire Yin Jiao with the indomitable sword energy. Xuanjie high-grade martial arts, Lingxiao sword technique, the 3rd style. This is Lin Yuan's strongest martial skill at present. Although he did not want to expose his Xian-level martial arts skills to too many people, the power of the Yin Jiao was far beyond Lin Yuan's expectations. Lin Yuan knew that if he still had reservations, the three of them might not be able to defeat this 4th-level monster, so, his direct attack was a killing move. Under the double blessing of the 3 mysterious transformations of the divine fire and the momentum, the 3rd-level sword intent exploded to the extreme, striving to kill the evil fire Yin Jiao with one sword. Not only that, to ensure that this blow hits, at the moment when Hu Jiuxing's figure collapsed, Lin Yuan gathered his mental power, activated the ancient god-destroying scripture, and shot a piercing divine cone straight into the evil fire Yin Jiao's carriage-sized head. The silver dragon, who originally wanted to dodge when he saw that the situation was bad, suddenly became sluggish. Boom, the dazzling sword light passed through the head of the evil fire Yin Jiao, and a light-transmitting blood hole the size of a wheel suddenly appeared on the huge snake's head. Lin Yuan put away his sword and stood up. The huge body of the evil fire Yin Jiao also fell to the ground. The death of the evil fire Yin Jiao seemed to have triggered some mechanism. In an instant, the entire cave began to tremble violently, and dense cracks began to appear on the stone bridge. Come here quickly. Lin Yuan reminded him loudly, and Hu Jiuxing and Han Yi also recovered instantly and sprinted towards him at full speed. the next second, the stone bridge collapsed, and the cave where Lin Yuan and the others entered also collapsed instantly. Su Qingyue and Han Yi also faced dangerous dangers and rushed to Lin Yuan before the stone bridge collapsed. Just a little bit away from them, the two of them would fall into the magma vein. At the same time, outside world, near the labyrinth where the ancient bronze temple is stored, Shangguan Tianyou was still filled with murderous intent. In just one day, Tianmeng has found dozens of disciples of the Zhangtian sword sect who passed by here. Whether they happened to pass by or did something here, without exception, these people had their skulls smashed with one palm after being questioned by Shangguan Tianyou, however. What disappointed Shangguan Tianyou was that the people he shot to death had basically nothing to do with the opportunity he was looking for. Until now, within 4 days of the opening of the 10,000 demon realm, all the disciples of the Zhangtian sword sect who passed through this place had been shot to death by Shangguan Tianyou. After eliminating these people's suspicions, the only person suspected of stealing his opportunity was one person, Lin Yuan. Could it be that it's really that ant? Shangguan Tianyou felt more and more that something was not right. Although Tianmeng had not found any trace of Lin Yuan so far, he still believed in his intuition. The opportunity being stolen definitely has something to do with Lin Yuan. That guy's disappearance was too bizarre. He must have been hiding from Tianmeng's spies on purpose. Shangguan Tianyou gradually calmed down and began to think from his perspective. If he were Lin Yuan, where would he choose to hide to avoid being pursued by the Tianmeng? Suddenly, Shangguan Tianyou's eyes lit up. He suddenly remembered a place. If he were Lin Yuan, Tianmeng would never notice it if he hid in that place, that is. Chapter 65 Entering the Underground Palace. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Those who are above the first level of Yuan Dan and below the fourth level, follow me. Shangguan Tianyou shouted coldly, and with the blessing of the majestic vitality, the voice immediately reached the ears of all the surrounding Tianmeng disciples. Just a quarter of an hour, dozens of Tianmeng disciples gathered and quickly left this place following Shangguan Tianyou. A few hours later, under the leadership of Shangguan Tianyou, dozens of Tianmeng disciples arrived near Broken Dragon Cliff. Search for me. Shangguan Tianyou snorted and said. He didn't speak quickly, but every word was filled with murderous intent. If you find any trace of Lin Yuan, report it to me as soon as possible. I will kill him myself. Yes. A group of Tianmeng disciples hurriedly responded. However, they searched until dawn but found no clues. Because of the evil Fire Yin Jiao, the cave where Lin Yuan and the others entered the underground palace had collapsed. The people from the Tianmeng walked past here without even noticing that there was a cave in this place. Leave half of them and let me continue searching here. The others come back with me. Even if the world of monsters is turned upside down, I still have to find that ant. Shangguan Tianyou's steel teeth were almost broken. The longer he couldn't find Lin Yuan, the more certain he became that his opportunity must have been stolen by him. He left half of his manpower to continue searching in this area, while he led other Tianmeng disciples back to the maze to continue looking for clues to the chance. Until the 10,000 monster realm ends, Shangguan Tianyou will never give up that glimmer of hope. Naturally, Lin Yuan didn't know that Shangguan Tianyou could actually find Broken Dragon Cliff. He was currently sitting helplessly in front of the entrance to the underground palace with Su Qingyue and Han Yi. Start with the break of the stone bridge. They just stay here. It wasn't that the three of them didn't want to enter the underground palace, but that the entrance to the underground palace was blocked by a large iron door. This gate was made of meteorite iron and was extremely heavy and indestructible. Even Lin Yuan used the Lingxiao sword technique and could not shake it at all. There is a palm-shaped depression on the door. The three of them all tried to put their palms on it, but there was no response from the door. Han Yi said that this place was supposed to be an ancient inheritance. According to the records on the parchment, this inheritance belonged to the Yin God clan. Judging from the depression on the door, I am afraid that only the blood of the Yin God clan can open this door by putting their hands on it. The stone bridge is now broken. It is basically impossible for the three of them to return the same way. The only way is to open the door and search from the underground palace to see if there is any other way out. Can I just give up here? Han Yi reluctantly looked at the meteorite gate. He had already reached here, but was blocked by a gate. This feeling of loss made him feel a little decadent. More importantly, Han Yi felt that he had roped in senior brother Lin Yuan and senior sister Hu Jiuxing to come here. Now that the stone bridge has been broken, the three of them are trapped here. Only when the 10,000 monster realm ends will they be teleported out. Originally, with the strength of the two of them, they could have gained more opportunities in the world of monsters, but now because of themselves, Han Yi lowered his head in despair. For a moment, he didn't know how he should face Lin Yuan and Hu Jiuxing. There is always a way. Lin Yuan glanced at Han Yi, raised his hand and patted his shoulder, and then suddenly an idea flashed in his mind. By the way, you just said that only the Yin God clan can open the meteor iron gate, right? Yes, what's wrong, senior brother Lin? Han Yi raised his head and looked at Lin Yuan slightly blankly. Lin Yuan ignored him, but turned to Hu Jiuxing and asked, Senior sister, do you know anything about the Yin God clan? Yes, but not much. Hu Jiuxing replied simply and neatly, the Yin Shen clan became extinct tens of thousands of years ago. No one knows whether they have been completely destroyed. My knowledge of them is limited to the records in the Su family's collection. According to legend, the Yin God clan is actually a branch of the human race. The difference is that they are born with the ability to control the lunar aura. Wait, Taiyin spiritual energy. When Hu Jiuxing said this, her eyes suddenly lit up and she looked at Lin Yuan as if she had thought of something. It seems that we both want to go together. Lin Yuan smiled faintly and looked at each other with Hu Jiuxing. Both of them had smiles on their faces that made Han Yi even more confused. What solution did you two come up with? Han Yi looked at the two of them depressedly and thought to himself, at this time, why are senior brother Lin and senior sister Su still working as riddlers? You'll know right away. Lin Yuan stood up and strode towards the iron gate. Hu Jiuxing also stood up, glanced at Han Yi casually and said, let's go, get ready to enter the underground palace. Han Yi looked confused. At this time, Lin Yuan had already arrived in front of the meteorite gate of the underground palace, stretched out his palm, pressed it on the palm-shaped groove, and frantically injected the vitality in his body into the meteorite gate. He had previously absorbed the Taiyin spiritual energy around the evil Fire Yin God Mushroom. Since the Yin God clan's ability is to control the Taiyin spiritual energy, then the remaining spiritual energy in one's body might be able to have an effect. Really, the meteorite gate did not react at first, but as Lin Yuan continued to inject vitality, the black iron gate that had been motionless for a whole day actually made a rumbling sound. The meteorite gate is about to open. Why is this happening? Han Yi looked at the two people with a blank face, especially at Lin Yuan with a complicated look, secretly guessing in his heart, could it be that senior brother Lin is actually a member of the Yin Shen tribe that has been extinct in the rumors? But, it shouldn't be. If Lin Yuan is really a member of the Yin Shen tribe, then the three people should be able to open the mechanism when they first tried to open the gate. Why did the meteorite gate only start to react now? At the bottom of the broken dragon cliff, there is an evil Fire Yin Shen mushroom. Lin Yuan absorbed the companion spiritual energy of the Yin Shen mushroom, so there is a trace of Taiyin spiritual energy in his vitality. Hu Jiuxing glanced at Han Yi and explained in a calm tone. So that's how it is. Han Yi's eyes suddenly lit up, and he sighed in his heart. He didn't expect that senior brother Lin actually had such an opportunity and happened to have come into contact with the Taiyin spiritual energy. If it weren't for him, the three of them might really be trapped in the cave, watching the treasures in the underground palace anxiously. After the sound of the mechanism fell, the meteorite iron door opened quickly. Lin Yuan immediately took the two of them and walked quickly into the underground palace, and at this time, Lin Yuan suddenly found that the three opportunity lines that were originally tightly entangled suddenly diverged. His and Hu Jiuxing's opportunity lines were connected in one direction, but Han Yi's opportunity line led to another direction. Chapter 66, Long Yuan with the Sword, Yin Shen leaves the furnace. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Lin Yuan was suddenly surprised by the situation. After hesitating for a moment, he made a decision in his mind. Let's first see what Han Yi's 3-star opportunity is, and then check his own opportunity line. After making a decision, Lin Yuan immediately led the two of them along the chance line on Han Yi's chest. This underground palace is very large and has extremely complete facilities. It looks like it should be a complete sect ruins. Along the way, the three of them passed by a martial arts pavilion. However, it is a pity that the martial arts included in this martial arts pavilion are relatively ordinary, and most of them are middle-level and low-level human-level martial arts. Lin Yuan had a lot of storage bags on him. He didn't know if there was anything special about these martial arts, so he directly put all the martial arts into his storage bag. Although these martial arts cannot be used by oneself, but whether it is sold to the sect or to other warriors, it is a considerable amount of spiritual stone income. The three of them continued to move forward, and finally in a dilapidated house, Lin Yuan saw the end of the chance line on Han Yi's chest. It was a token that looked familiar to Lin Yuan. After picking it up and looking at it carefully, Lin Yuan suddenly felt a little bit dumbfounded. This token, it is the teleportation token of Xiaolei. After getting the token, you can use the token to be transferred to the Thunder Sea for practice, which lasts for 6 hours each time. However, every time the 10,000 monster realm is opened, the same warrior can only enter the small thunder realm once. I have entered the world of small thunder. Lin Yuan put down the token casually and turned to look at the two of them. I do not need. Hu Jiuxing directly stated her position on the spot. I have a lightning pond I built myself at home, and the effect is better than the small thunder world. Hearing this, Lin Yuan and Han Yi couldn't help but look at each other, and they both saw the helplessness in each other's eyes. It turns out that people's joys and sorrows are not the same. Hu Jiuxing didn't even bother to look at the little Thunder Realm token, which was very precious in their eyes. Lin Yuan silently put away the little Thunder Realm token and led the two of them to continue exploring the underground palace. An hour later, the three of them entered the core area of the underground palace. The main hall of this underground palace seems to be the core building of the entire underground palace. There is a statue of a god that none of the three of them have seen in the main hall. Under the statue, there is a sword and an alchemy furnace the size of a bucket. Lin Yuan's thread of opportunity is connected to this sword. Hu Jiuxing's line of opportunity is connected to the alchemy furnace. This surprised Lin Yuan somewhat. She majored in kendo martial arts, and the chance was a sword. Hu Jiuxing majored in alchemy, and the chance happened to be an alchemy furnace. Isn't this a bit too coincidental? Lin Yuan secretly complained in his heart and reached out to get the alchemy furnace. As a result, before his hand even touched the alchemy furnace, it was bounced away by an invisible force. This alchemy furnace seems to have its own consciousness. This situation made Lin Yuan a little surprised. He turned his head and motioned for Han Yi to come forward and try. The result was the same as his own. As soon as Han Yi was about to touch the alchemy furnace, his hand was bounced away by the invisible force. I'll try. Hu Jiuxing was also a little curious and reached out to touch the alchemy furnace. As a result, what happened to Lin Yuan and Han Yi just did not happen. After her hand touched the alchemy furnace, not only did the will on the alchemy furnace not resist, but the entire alchemy furnace lit up with a dark red halo. The Yin Shen furnace was once used by an alchemy master from the Yin Shen clan. It requires at least a 4th-level alchemy master to use it, and can be used to refine 7th-level elixirs at the highest. And, because of the Yin Shen clan's preference for girls over boys, this alchemy furnace cannot be used by any male alchemist. After Hu Jiuxing touched the alchemy furnace, a stream of information automatically entered her mind. It seems that this alchemy furnace is destined to have no chance with us. Lin Yuan scratched his head, but he didn't expect that this alchemy furnace had such a weird setting. Senior Sister Su is the #1 alchemist in the inner sect. If this alchemy furnace falls into her hands, it can be regarded as meeting the Ming master. Besides, doesn't it also have a sword? Han Yi stepped forward to comfort him. The sword that was enshrined with the alchemy furnace looked equally extraordinary. Although he was a little jealous, he knew in his heart that the three of them were able to enter the underground palace, thanks to Lin Yuan's killing of the evil Fire Yin God. Lin Yuan majored in swordsmanship and martial arts, so this sword must fall into his hands. Makes sense. Lin Yuan nodded and reached for the sword beside him. As soon as his hand touched the sword, a strong will to resist came from the sword, but this time, Lin Yuan will not get used to this sword. Even the system has recognized that this thing is his opportunity. How can he still make this thing become a customer? Lin Yuan's 3rd-grade sword intent erupted. In an instant, the original will to resist disappeared without a trace. A weak mental wave came from the sword, which seemed to express surrender to himself. This sword seems to have spirituality. Lin Yuan was secretly frightened. The moment he took the sword, he could feel that it was not only sharper than his original sword, but after he injected a little vitality into it, the sword made a majestic sound, obviously not ordinary. Long Yuan, looks like it should be the name of this sword. Lin Yuan looked up and down and found two ancient characters with iron paintings and silver hooks on the scabbard. He sheathed the sword, and did not put the Long Yuan sword directly back into the storage bag, but placed it next to the alchemy furnace. At the same time, he took out the small Thunder World token he had obtained earlier. After doing all this, Lin Yuan turned to look at Han Yi. Congratulations to senior brother Lin for receiving a magical weapon. Han Yi first looked at Long Yuanjian with fiery eyes, then turned to look at Lin Yuan and said, his intention was very obvious, he believed that he was not qualified to snatch this sword from Lin Yuan. Lin also smiled knowingly at the sight. He handed the Little Thunder Realm token to Han Yi and said at the same time, I have already been to the Little Thunder Realm, and senior sister Su has no plans to enter the Little Thunder Realm, so this token will be assigned to you. I'll take the Long Yuan sword, and senior sister will take the alchemy furnace. Do you have any objection? Of course not. Han Yi took the token, a hint of gratitude flashed in his eyes. To be honest, I didn't pay much for this trip to the underground palace. It was an unexpected surprise to get a small Thunder Realm token. As for those low-level martial arts, I will turn them into spiritual stones after I leave the 10,000 demon realm, and we will distribute them then. Lin Yuan said lightly. This, senior brother Lin is too polite. I already got the opportunity to go to Xiaolei realm for nothing. These martial arts skills. Han Yi was stunned when he heard this. He had never expected that Lin Yuan was planning to give him the spirit stone. He was a little flattered, and after realizing it, he quickly declined. The information about the trip to the underground palace was provided by you. Based on this, you are qualified to share the harvest. Chapter 67, Entering the Ancient Bronze Palace Again, the First Door. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Okay, then I'll be disrespectful. Han Yi nodded gratefully. Like Lin Yuan, he climbed up from the bottom of the sect. The low-level martial arts skills in Lin Yuan's hands could be sold for hundreds of thousands of spiritual stones at least. In his hands, there are at least tens of thousands of low-grade spiritual stones. This amount of money can be regarded as a huge sum of money for Han Yi. I have remembered this kindness from senior brother Lin. If there is an opportunity to cooperate again in the future, I will definitely give priority to working with senior brother Lin. You are welcome. Lin Yuan patted Han Yi on the shoulder. A look of satisfaction flashed in his eyes. Han Yi is different from ordinary inner disciples. This guy has good luck and will encounter opportunities from time to time. If we can cooperate more in the future, it will be a sure profit for Lin Yuan. Then I'll take my leave first. I'm currently at the 9th level of Qi gathering. After entering the small Thunder Realm to practice, I will have the opportunity to attack Yuan Dan in the near future. Han Yi said and stood up to leave. As soon as he stood up, he seemed to have thought of something again and said to Lin Yuan, Senior brother Lin, when I came to Broken Dragon Cliff 2 days ago, I saw many Tianmeng disciples. I am hunting you all over the world with your portrait, so please be careful, senior brother. Lin Yuan nodded. He had long been mentally prepared for the Tianmeng's pursuit of him. He had taken Shangguan Tianyou one step first and intercepted Hu and walked away from the bronze ancient palace. If he were the other party, he would definitely be furious. Han Yi said that and left first. While exploring just now, the three of them had determined that there was an inconspicuous cave at the far west end of the underground palace. There was a sound of wind in the cave, and it should be another passage out of the underground palace. Watching Han Yi leave, Lin Yuan and Su Qingyue were not in a hurry to leave. They made a very tacit decision. This underground palace is a good place to hide. Now that Lin Yuan is being hunted by the Heavenly Alliance all over the world, and Su Qingyue is also being targeted by the Heavenly Alliance, instead of hanging out outside, it is better to stay here to avoid the limelight. The Underground Palace Hall is very spacious. Lin Yuan and Hu Jiuxing each chose a room as their temporary residence, neither of them bothered each other. Hu Jiuxing had just obtained the alchemy furnace and needed to study it, while Lin Yuan happened to have time to study the ancient bronze palace. After using the concentrating peach branch, Lin Yuan's current mental power has been greatly increased. He felt that his mental power should be enough to open the ancient bronze palace this time. Really, after summoning the ancient bronze palace again, Lin Yuan's consciousness entered the world of the ancient palace. This time, he was not expelled again. Just like Lin Yuan guessed, once your spiritual power has improved enough to withstand the consumption of entering the world of the ancient palace, you will no longer be expelled from the world of consciousness. This time, Lin Yuan finally saw the scene of the conscious world clearly. This is a majestic bronze palace, completely different from the palm-sized ancient bronze palace in the real world. The height of this ancient bronze palace alone is far more than a few hundred meters. Standing in front of him were 9 bronze gates with a height of hundreds of meters. These gates lead to different parts of the ancient bronze temple. Lin Yuan stepped forward and tried one by one, and found that except for the first door, which could be pushed open easily, the remaining 8 doors could not be moved at all no matter how hard he tried. It seems that with my current mental strength, I can only enter the first door. Lin Yuan suddenly felt measured. He thought for a moment and decided to enter the first door first to see what was behind it. Stepped through the door. Lin Yuan found himself entering an empty hall. There is nothing in the main hall, just an empty space of several thousand square meters. He was curious when he noticed a figure suddenly appeared not far away. When the figure got closer, Lin Yuan realized that it was his own shadow. Lin Yuan didn't wait to think about it. The phantom immediately drew his sword and attacked him. The move he used was the 9 sky-splitting swords that Lin Yuan was extremely familiar with. He had practiced them countless times at the back of the Zhangtian sword sect. It seems I'm going to hit myself. Lin Yuan gave a wry smile and quickly drew out the long Yuan sword to greet him. 2 figures intertwined. Lin Yuan discovered that although the shadow looked exactly like him and could use his own martial arts, but, in terms of combat effectiveness, it is far inferior to him. Just now, he was attacked by a phantom, and he drew his sword in a hurry to fight back, but even so, he was not at a disadvantage. Is it because I have understood the meaning of the sword? Lin Yuan secretly guessed in his heart that he found that although his shadow was also blessed with sword intent, it was much weaker than his own, probably only the level of first-grade sword intent. Lin Yuan immediately unleashed his third-grade sword intent without any hesitation. He showed no mercy when faced with his own shadow. With the blessing of the third-grade sword intention and the activation of the 3 mysterious transformations of divine fire, the strongest attack is possible. Ling Xiao sword technique, the third form. Although Lin Yuan did not use any more momentum to increase the power of this sword, the power of this sword was enough when faced with Su Ying, who only understood the first-level sword intention. The shadow seemed to notice something. When Lin Yuan used the Ling Xiao sword technique, he also used this martial skill at the same time. Even the secret method of the 3 mysterious transformations of divine fire was also added to the martial skill at the same time. However, because Shui Ying only mastered the first level of sword intent, the Ling Xiao sword technique he used was only the first level. 2 sword lights intersected. The next second, the phantom in front of Lin Yuan was torn apart by the powerful sword energy, turned into black shadows, and disappeared in this space. As the phantom was defeated, Lin Yuan found that the hall in front of him was changing rapidly. Countless instruments appeared in the empty space in an instant. Not only that, a huge amount of information also poured into Lin Yuan's mind. This is... Lin Yuan was slightly stunned. After all the instruments appeared, he found that the space behind the first door was actually a training room with all the props. In addition to the instruments that can be used to practice martial arts, there is also a wooden man that looks quite old in this training room. From the information that poured into his mind, Lin Yuan knew that this wooden man was a prop for summoning his own phantom. As long as he injected his vitality into it, a phantom exactly like himself would appear in the training room. Unlike the phantom that tested him just now, the phantom he would summon through the wooden man in the future, whether in terms of strength or cultivation, or even the martial arts and magic weapons that can be used, they are exactly the same as his own, and even his third-grade sword intent can be perfectly inherited. Interesting. It seems that I don't need to find a special place to practice martial arts in the future. Lin Yuan thought secretly in his heart. At the same time, Lin Yuan also found that there was a rather simple-looking ring on the ring in the middle of this training room. Chapter 68 Shadow Ring, Senior Sister's Return. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Lin Yuan went forward to pick up the ring and found that the ring was not a storage ring, but a very special magic weapon. When using it, he only needs to inject his vitality into the ring, then he can summon a phantom clone with the same strength as himself to assist him in fighting. The phantom clone can exist until the vitality is exhausted. Replica Teardrop. Is it you, Replica Teardrop? Lin Yuan's mouth curled up a smile, and after complaining in his heart, he happily put the ring on his left hand. Although the effect of this phantom ring is very strong, however, the limitations are also not small, that is the summoned phantom clone. Every time it is defeated, Lin Yuan needs to inject all his vitality into it before he can summon a new clone. Even with such limitations, for Lin Yuan at this stage, this phantom ring is also an extremely practical killer. I have the ability to fight against opponents of higher levels. When the battle comes, the enemy thinks that they have fought to a draw, and at this time, I suddenly summon a phantom clone with the same strength. Just thinking about it, Lin Yuan felt secretly happy. After collecting these, Lin Yuan left the training room. He planned to study it again to see what was behind the second door. However, what made Lin Yuan helpless was, he tried to push the second door, but after just a few seconds, he felt a tingling sensation in his head. This is a manifestation of mental power being drained. Soon, Lin Yuan's mental power was exhausted and he was forced to exit the space of the bronze ancient palace. The second door, however, did not respond at all. It seems that with my current mental power, it is almost impossible to enter the second door in a short time. Lin Yuan rubbed his temple. He estimated that if he wanted to enter the second door, he would have to wait until his martial arts cultivation broke through the Yuandan and his mental power cultivation made further progress. However, despite this, Lin Yuan was not discouraged. The first door of the bronze ancient palace has given me a big surprise. I have the ancient scripture of God destroying, which can cultivate my spiritual power. As long as I practice my spiritual power unremittingly, I believe that I will be able to open the second door soon. By then, I will naturally know what benefits are waiting for me behind the door. In a blink of an eye, more than 20 days have passed. During these 20 days, Lin Yuan and Hu Jiuxing have been staying in the ancient underground palace. Lin Yuan has been practicing in seclusion. In addition to practicing his spiritual power, he has not fallen behind in martial arts practice. Every morning, Lin Yuan will enter the world of the bronze ancient palace and practice with his own phantom in the practice room. After the spiritual power is exhausted, he will return to the real world to restore his vitality and practice the ancient scripture of God destroying. After practicing until the evening, Lin Yuan will turn to practice the blue sky dragon art to improve his martial arts practice. Today is the last day before the end of the 10,000 demon realm. It is also a good day for Lin Yuan to break through to the 9th level of Qi gathering. Han Yi had left him half a bottle of Baoyuan Yuya before. With Lin Yuan's more than 20 days of hard work, his cultivation broke through the bottlenecks of the 7th and 8th levels of Qi gathering, and successfully entered the 9th level of Qi gathering. Next, after the end of the 10,000 monster realm, Lin Yuan can consider finding a suitable place to impact the Yuandan realm. Not only that, in these days, Lin Yuan's spiritual power has also made great progress. Under his strict and self-disciplined hard work, his spiritual power has increased by about 50%. Although it is not as effective as the concentrating peach branch, the growth rate is definitely amazing. Lin Yuan estimated that his current spiritual power should be comparable to that of a 4th-grade alchemist. Perhaps, it is even higher. On the other hand, Hu Jiuxing, who was in the underground palace with Lin Yuan, also visited him today. Since getting the Yin Shen Hu Jiuxing has been studying in seclusion. During this period, she visited Lin Yuan once and asked Lin Yuan for half of the evil Fire Yin God Mushroom. Then she began to refine pills in seclusion. Until today, Lin Yuan broke through. She ended her seclusion and came to Lin Yuan's room. This is the Yin Shen forging marrow pill. Hu Jiuxing placed a wooden box in front of Lin Yuan and reminded him, don't use it rashly unless you reach the Yuandan realm. Otherwise, don't blame me for not reminding you. Thank you, senior sister. Lin Yuan took the wooden box and looked at Hu Jiuxing in surprise. he didn't expect that Hu Jiuxing was refining pills for herself in seclusion, and he was a little surprised. "No thanks, I owe you." Hu Jiuxing said bluntly, "The Yin Shen Lihulu is very suitable for me, but I should thank you." After that, Hu Jiuxing took out a green copper furnace of the same size as the Yin Shen Lihulu from her storage bag and placed it in front of Lin Yuan. "This is the alchemy furnace I used before. Although it is not as good as the Yin Shen Lihua furnace, it is enough for you to use the 5th grade. Also, this secret book is the Qi Shao Divine Fire. When you reach the Yuan Dan, you can practice it to condense the alchemy fire. I don't like to owe people favors. I didn't contribute to the trip to the underground palace, but I got the Yin Shen Lihua furnace. So I don't allow you to refuse these things." Lin Yuan was a little stunned when he heard this. He didn't expect that Hu Jiuxing would be so generous. He gave her the Yin Shen Lihua furnace, and she actually took out such a generous gift in return. "Then I'll take it." Lin Yuan didn't say anything polite and directly put the things Hu Jiuxing took out into his storage ring. "If you have any questions about alchemy in the future, you can ask me." Hu Jiuxing was relieved when she saw Lin Yuan accept the things. She was a strong-willed person. For more than half a month, she felt a little guilty about owing him. "Okay." Lin Yuan nodded, and at the same time looked at Hu Jiuxing and asked, "Senior sister, the 10,000 monster realm should be over soon, right?" "Well, tomorrow is the last day. Before noon, we will be teleported out directly." Hu Jiuxing answered calmly, and at the same time, she looked back at Lin Yuan with a smile. "Why, you can't stay idle. Do you want to go out for a walk?" "Okay." Lin Yuan pondered for a while. The opening time of the 10,000 monster realm is coming to an end, and it's time to go out for some activities. Shangguan Tianyou should be a little quieter. "Then let's go. I heard from a true sister that there are many interesting places in the world of monsters. If I hadn't been targeted by the Heavenly Alliance, would have wanted to go there a long time ago." "Go together," Hu Jiuxing teased Lin Yuan for being restless. In fact, she was also a little bored with her seclusion, so she took the initiative to invite him to go with her. "Okay." Lin Yuan smiled and left the underground palace with Hu Jiuxing. After leaving the passage, Lin Yuan found that this place was already dozens of miles away from the broken dragon cliff. According to the map drawn by senior brother Muna, it should be a place called Rainbow Pool. It is said that there is a first-level monster called Rainbow Fish in this rainbow pool. It tastes very delicious and can slightly increase mental strength after eating. Just when Lin Yuan was about to go and take a look, suddenly, a hurried voice sounded in his ears. "It's Lin Yuan. I found Lin Yuan. Report to the young master quickly." Chapter 69 The End of the Monster World, Senior Sister has an appointment. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Hearing this slightly urgent shout, Lin Yuan and Hu Jiuxing were both slightly stunned. "Senior sister, please wait for me here for a moment. I'll be back soon." Lin Yuan said something helplessly to Hu Jiuxing, and then quickly rushed towards the direction where the sound came from. "Come closer." Lin Yuan discovered that there were 2 Tianmeng disciples in front of him. One can gather energy at the 6th level, and the other can only gather energy at the 4th level. Judging from their appearance, they should not be core members of the Tianmeng. At this time, the disciple at the 6th level of Qi gathering was playing with a jade tablet. Apparently, he planned to report his situation to Guan Tianyou through the summoning magic weapon. "Young master, we found Lin." The disciple of the 6th level of Qi gathering has not yet finished speaking. Lin Yuan took action without hesitation. After more than 20 days of running in, he was completely familiar with the Long Yuan sword in his hand, and easily entered the state of human sword integration. The sword originally used by Lin Yuan, an outer disciple of the Zhangtian sword sect, could barely withstand the blessing of the 3rd grade sword intent, but Long Yuan's sword is completely different. Lin Yuan's 3rd grade sword intention can exert its due power on the Long Yuan sword. After the blessing of the 3rd grade sword intention, the originally bronze sword body of the Long Yuan sword instantly became as bright as white snow. Facing 2 Tianmeng disciples whose cultivation level was far lower than his own, Lin Yuan directly handed out the 2 swords lightly and ended their lives. after crushing the opponent's Tianmeng waste card as usual, Lin Yuan took their storage bags and returned to the rainbow pool. Nailed it. Su Qingyue looked at Lin Yuan with an extremely calm expression. It seemed that Lin Yuan was not going to kill anyone at all, but to do a trivial thing. Lin Yuan nodded lightly. After getting along with each other for this period of time, he clearly found that Su Qingyue's attitude towards him was not as repulsive as he was towards other people, but this talented senior sister still gives people an incomprehensible feeling. Although rainbow fish is only a first-order monster, it is extremely rare outside. Junior brother Lin Yuan, do you want to try it? Su Qingyue pointed to the rainbow pond and looked at Lin Yuan with a sweet smile. The meat of this fish is delicious, and it also has the effect of improving mental strength. Unfortunately, I can't go into the water these 2 days. If you want to eat it, you can only eat it by yourself. Go down and catch it. Would you like to go down and try? Why not? Lin Yuan asked with a smile, quickly took off his shoes, socks and shirt, and jumped into the rainbow pool. As soon as he entered the water, Lin Yuan realized that he had been tricked by his senior sister. The moment he entered the water, there were dozens or hundreds of mental shocks in the rainbow pool, attacking him from all directions. If Lin Yuan's mental power hadn't grown extremely fast during this period, these mental shocks would have been enough to make him faint on the spot. Kiki, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that although first-order monsters like rainbow fish have little combat power, they can use mental power to attack. Su Qingyue covered her mouth and smiled softly. Seeing Lin Yuan's deflated look, she seemed very happy. As a fourth-level alchemist, Su Qingyue's attainments in mental power are naturally not weak. She knew that Lin Yuan had used the concentrating peach branch, and the impact of Hongyu's mental power could not hurt him, but I was caught off guard. Defeat is inevitable. Thank you for the reminder. Lin Yuan rolled his eyes helplessly. Although the mental impact of rainbow fish's sudden sneak attack caught him off guard at first and made him choke a few mouthfuls of water, he gradually got used to it and didn't feel anything at all. Soon, he carried a few live rainbow fish back to the shore. Okay, leave the rest to me. Su Qingyue took the rainbow fish from Lin Yuan's hand with a smile, took out a towel from the storage bag and threw it to him. Controlling flames is the basic ability of an alchemist. You can eat grilled fish made by a fourth-level alchemist. You are really lucky. Say it. Su Qingyue went to cook the rainbow fish. Senior sister, has anyone ever told you that you are much cuter like an iceberg when you look like this? Lin Yuan looked at Su Qingyue seriously and said. Su Qingyue was stunned for a moment after hearing this, and then she immediately came to her senses. She stretched out a jade finger and lightly tapped Lin Yuan's forehead. The little guy has a sweet mouth and is very courageous. He even dares to flirt with the senior sister. Put your little thoughts away, dry yourself dry, and wait for dinner. Lin Yuan watched Su Qingyue turn around to clean up the rainbow fish, and couldn't help but smack her mouth. He thought to himself that Su Qingyue like this was really much cuter than her usual iceberg look. Soon, the fragrant grilled fish came out of the oven. Lin Yuan picked up a grilled fish skewered with branches and took a sharp bite into the belly of the fish. As a fourth-grade alchemist, Su Qingyue's control over fire can be said to be extremely wonderful. The skin of the fish is crispy but the meat is extremely tender. When you bite into it, the delicious meat juice spreads in your mouth. It is so delicious that it reaches the heavens and makes Lin Yuan feel elated. More importantly, as the fish meat entered his belly, Lin Yuan could feel a gentle mental power gradually flowing into his eyebrows, making his already strong mental power faintly stronger by about 10%. It's a pity that this rainbow fish only has the first one, which can improve mental power. Otherwise, you can catch them all. Su Qingyue said with some regret. The size of the rainbow fish was not small, each one was more than 2 feet long, but Lin Yuan and Su Qingyue were both warriors, and their bodies were much larger than ordinary people. In just a short moment, they swept the 4 rainbow fish into their stomachs like a whirlwind. These days in the underground palace, they lived on dry food. Because of this, the rainbow fish at this moment seemed particularly delicious. After eating the rainbow fish, because of the appearance of the Tianmeng disciples before, the two did not stay in the rainbow pool for too long, but quickly packed up and left. The next whole day, Lin Yuan was led by Su Qingyue, and while avoiding the eyes of the Tianmeng disciples, he almost ran through most of the 10,000 monsters realm. Until then, Lin Yuan realized that the 10,000 monsters realm was larger than he had imagined. In one day, they saw the crater with snow all day long, the island floating in the depths of the sea of clouds, and, if it weren't for the tight time and the ubiquitous Tianmeng disciples, the two would have to avoid each other's eyes at all times. Hu Jiuxing wanted to take Lin Yuan to visit a few more places. Unfortunately, the two had limited strength and it was the last day before they left the secret realm. Although Hu Jiuxing felt a little regretful, she soon let it go. At this time, the two were sitting on the floating island in the sea of clouds, listening to the whistling wind and watching the sea of clouds. After you get out, come to the second residence to find me. Hu Jiuxing suddenly said to Lin Yuan. What? Lin Yuan didn't quite hear what Hu Jiuxing said. Before he could ask clearly, suddenly, the whole world of monsters rang loudly. 30 days have passed, all the disciples who entered the world of monsters will be teleported out of the world of monsters. P.S. There are 3 more chapters during the day, and it is expected to be updated in the afternoon. Thank you for reading this. Thank you. If you like it, please click to urge the update and send a gift. If you don't like it, please make a 5-star praise and make a wish. Thank you. Chapter 70. Outside the monster realm, another battle with Shangguan Tianyou. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Lin Yuan did not have time to ask what Hu Jiuxing said. After the bell rings, the bodies of the 2 men were each wrapped in a ray of light. Immediately afterwards, Lin Yuan's eyes flashed. After waking up, he was already standing in the Zhongmen Square. This is the end of 10,000 monster realm. Those who left the teleportation array can return on their own. The elders of the Zhangtian sword sect announced loudly. Lin Yuan looked around and frowned slightly. Are these the only people who have returned? Compared with when the 10,000 monster realm opened, the number of people in the square is less than half. Lin Yuan sighed secretly in his heart. Although opportunities and crises coexist in the 10,000 demon realm, so many people in the 10,000 demon realm died this time, and I am afraid it is closely related to Guan Tianyou and Tianmeng. He shook his head secretly and prepared to return to his residence to practice. At this time, the last group of disciples to leave the 10,000 demons realm came out of the teleportation formation, and the leader was Shangguan Tianyou, who had an evil look on his face. He persisted until the last moment, but still could not find any clues about the ancient bronze palace. Lin Yuan naturally saw Shangguan Tianyou and was about to leave quietly, but at this moment, Lin Yuan, an angry shout suddenly came. Shangguan Tianyou, who had just stepped out of the teleportation array, immediately locked eyes with Lin Yuan. His eyes were red and his expression was full of anger. In the 10,000 demon realm, letting Lin Yuan escape from his hands already made him feel ashamed, plus the ancient bronze palace was snatched away first. With the two superimposed, the anger in his heart was approaching its extreme. At this time, he had no time to take into account the presence of the elders of the Zhangtian sword sect. He locked his eyes on Lin Yuan, moved his body, and rushed in front of Lin Yuan in an instant. Shangguan Tianyou himself didn't pay much attention to the rules of the Zhangtian sword sect. He came here just for the treasure in the world of monsters. Now that the treasure opportunity was stolen, Lin Yuan was the biggest suspect. He immediately planned to capture Lin Yuan on the spot and interrogate the whereabouts of the treasure. When Lin Yuan heard Shangguan Tianyou's angry shouting, he suddenly became alert. He had fought against Shangguan Tianyou before. The strength of the other party's Yuan Dan 9th level is far beyond what he can contend with. Lin Yuan could feel it before. When Shangguan Tianyou struck him, it was just a casual blow, and it almost killed him. Shangguan Tianyou in a rage was far beyond what he could handle now. He was ready to run away and had no intention of confronting the opponent head-on, but Shangguan Tianyou didn't care about that at all. After noticing Lin Yuan, his chi machine had already locked onto Lin Yuan. Hardly more than the blink of an eye, Shangguan Tianyou rushed over a distance of hundreds of meters and came to Lin Yuan. Without saying a word, he slapped his chest with his palm. Lin Yuan couldn't think about anything else. The 3 mysterious transformations of divine fire are activated instantly. But Shangguan Tianyou, who was at the 9th level of Yuan Dan, was a big step behind him. He wanted to dodge, but he couldn't react at all. Boom, Lin Yuan's body immediately flew backwards. If he hadn't activated the secret method of the 3 mysterious transformations of divine fire in time, I'm afraid this palm would have killed him instantly. So strong. Lin Yuan stood up with difficulty and stared at Shangguan Tianyou. Although the opponent's palm did not directly kill him, it was still so powerful that he could not resist at all. Hand over your stuff. Shangguan Tianyou flashed his figure and caught up with him again. He looked down at Lin Yuan, with murderous intent evident all over his body. I do not know what you're talking about. Lin Yuan took a deep breath, swallowed the blood that choked his throat, and looked at Shangguan Tianyou without any compromise. I say it one last time, hand over your things. Shangguan Tianyou looked at Lin Yuan with cold eyes and said word by word, if you dare to say one more nonsense, you will die. After saying this, a murderous intent flashed in his eyes. Shangguan Tianyou knew that the thing would not disappear for no reason, and he had asked the Tianmeng to kill everyone who came close to that area. Now the only person with the greatest suspicion is Lin Yuan. Seeing that Lin Yuan still dared to speak harshly, Shangguan Tianyou was really angry. At this time, he had decided that even if Lin Yuan handed over the things, I must also slap him to death with one palm. Let people like the Zhangtian sword sect understand that if they dare to touch Shangguan Tianyou's things, they will only die. Lin Yuan pretended to hesitate and reached out to pretend to open the storage bag. When Shangguan Tianyou's expression changed slightly, he suddenly shouted, fuck you, say it. Lin Yuan took out the Long Yuan sword, and the sword energy all over his body surged. The third-grade sword intention exploded with all its strength without reservation. With the blessing of the 3 profound transformations of divine fire, the Xian-level martial arts Ling Xiao sword technique exploded with the strongest power, striking the head with a sword. He stabbed towards Shangguan Tianyou. Court death. Shangguan Tianyou had already noticed something unusual the moment Lin Yuan took out the Long Yuan sword. Seeing that Lin Yuan, an ant in his eyes, dared to fight to the death, his eyes suddenly became more murderous. This time, Shangguan Tianyou showed a little bit of realism and faced the sword handed by Lin Yuan with one palm. Boom, swords and palms clashed. Lin Yuan flew backwards without any suspense. After encountering Shangguan Tianyou's palm, he felt a force that destroyed the world and destroyed the world rushing towards him. In front of this force, I am like a lonely boat in the sea, with no ability to resist at all. The title of the strongest inner sect disciple is not an empty title for Shangguan Tianyou. His strength is far different from that of ordinary inner sect disciples. No, it should be said that it is different from that of ordinary Yuandan warriors. Lin Yuan is not even at the Yuandan level yet. In the face of such destructive power, if it were not for the Yuanqi from unknown sources that appeared out of thin air to protect his body, this palm would probably kill him directly. Enough. At this time, an extremely calm voice sounded. Before Lin Yuan landed in the air, a figure instantly appeared behind him from the sect square and caught Lin Yuan flying in the air. Who dares to stop me? Seeing that someone dared to interfere in his affairs, Shangguan Tianyou's face suddenly became more gloomy, and the pressure of the 9th level of Yuandan on his body burst out. Many inner sect disciples who were slightly closer to him felt as if they were pressed by a heavy object of tens of thousands of pounds, and even their breathing was a little unsmooth. This is the Zhangtian sword sect, not the backyard of your Shangguan family. The person who spoke was not loud, but it shocked everyone. Who is this old man? How dare he block Shangguan Tianyou's attack? At this time, Lin Yuan also saw the appearance of the person who attacked, and his heart was shocked. Why is it him? Boy, are you okay? The person who attacked looked at Lin Yuan. It's okay, thank you for helping me, Elder Jiangu. Lin Yuan shook his head. The person who attacked was actually the sloppy old man who basked in the sun at the door of the Wu Pavilion all day long, looked very unserious, and chatted with the errand disciples every day.